Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Mindy here with you today, and I'm going to be showing you how I created these two small note cards using the new Mini Wreath Builder stamp and stencil from Gina K Designs. This is a look at the Mini Wreath Builder stamp set and stencil. So you can see it has a bunch of little images on here, and then there are some larger sentiments. And this is the stencil, so it has our wreath builder already on there, and there's some stencil snowflakes that you can use if you're doing this for a Christmas or wintry theme. So I'm going to pick this cluster of leaves. This is one of my favorite images off of the stamp set, and I have my piece of white cardstock lined up in the wreath builder stencil portion. Now when I loaded up my wreath, I'm making sure that my cardstock is in the square orientation. You always want to start in the square orientation. And I did tilt my image just a little bit so I have room when I'm going around. And I'm starting off by stamping this with Jelly Bean Green ink. So I stamped it once, turned my cardstock into the next notch, and then stamped again. And I just continue around. Now this would be great to leave it just as is, but I decided to come in with this little rose. And this is a really tiny stamp set, so this is such a perfect fit if you're making tags, or as I'm going to do, just some small note cards. So my rose I decided to stamp in Ocean Mist. And I'm going to do the same thing. I started in the square orientation, lined up my rose, and then I stamp and turn and stamp and turn. These are really quick and simple to do. I decided to leave it just like this. So I'm coming in with this really pretty sentiment from Vibrant Blooms, and this just says thank you, and that fit perfectly right in the middle. I just made sure that the actual words were centered, and I'm stamping this in the amalgam ink, and I do stamp it twice just because I want it to really be bold and stand out. So to complete the card, I'm bringing in some sea glass cardstock. My main base portion is going to be 3 by 3. And then I'm just layering between sea glass and white cardstock. Now for this portion, I did decide to add some foam tape to the back just to give this a little bit of dimension, add a little bit something to the rest of the card. So I'll just apply that foam tape all around the back, make sure there's nice and even coverage. And then I can attach that to my base layer. And to add a little bit of sparkle, I'm going to come in with some unicorn stickles. This is really pretty. It just has a little bit of sparkle to it, so I added that around my wreath in a couple different little spots, and I'll set that off on the side to dry for a little while. But here you can look at this beautiful sparkle, and this was such a simple card to make, so quick and easy, but they're just adorable. For my second card, I'm coming in with another image off of the stamp set. So I'm starting off in that square orientation. I lined up my little leaf branch there, and I started stamping in Jelly Bean Green ink again. And you can see I just stamp and turn and stamp and turn until it goes all the way around. So next I'm going to come in with that thicker leafy branch that I had used the first card, and I'm going to stamp this one the same way all the way around to fill in that area. So this time I'm going to come in with fresh asparagus. So this is kind of a deeper green, and I really like the contrast between these two colors. So once again, starting off in that square orientation, I had lined up where that branch was going to go and then just went all the way around, and this created such a cool design when you look at it with just the leaves on there. Then I'll just come back in. This is like reminds me of a starburst type of flower. And for this one, I'm going to come in with Turquoise Sea, and I'll stamp that all the way around. Now this one does hang off quite a bit, but I still stamped it because I do think that it really kind of gives it a complete look when I have even just the portion of it stamped on. And like I said, it just kind of fills out to the outer edges of the card. And then I am bringing that rose back in, and I'm stamping this one more towards the inside. And this one's going to be stamped in Ocean Mist again. There isn't too much of a color difference, but just enough. And then I have one more little image. These are 3 little dots. And now if you were doing like a Christmas themed, these could be berries. But I decided to stamp these in black. And honestly, I wasn't sure if this was going to work. I thought it might stick out too much, but I actually really liked it in black. I think these look just really pretty as an added element to the card. Now for the sentiment, I am bringing in this really pretty sentiment from All You Need Is Love stamp set, and it fit perfectly in the middle. You could die cut a small circle or cut a circle to fit in the middle, but I thought just stamping them right in the middle there was perfect. Then I'm going to assemble this the same way that I did the first one, except I'm layering this with the black Onyx cardstock from Gina K Designs. And I will add foam tape behind that front panel as well. Now these are great as just small little tags or cards you want to give out. You could add these to gift bags. You could put them on actual tags. Gina has a tag die that you could purchase and you can stamp them on there. I think these are great just as a little something you can give to teacher or friends, aides at school, things like that. I think these are just perfect. And then I do go around on here and add that unicorn stickles as well, just to unify that sparkle between the 2 cards. And here's a look at both of them. I think these are so cute, so quick and simple. You really don't need to add a lot to make it beautiful. So there are my 2 quick and simple cards using the Mini Wreath Builder from Gina K Designs. I will have all the supplies listed down below in the video description and on my blog as well. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time. Here are a couple more videos you may be interested in, and if you do like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified of when any new videos come out. Thanks again.